So, hello guys, from the upper shelf that I have here, I have removed some of the books to show you later in the video, so it's not the full showcase, whatever. So, let's see what we have, and let's step a little bit. So, this is the picture, the painting that I drew myself. Actually, let's step. It is the quote from the book that I will later show you. It's called the book series Poppy War, and this quote says, "The truest power lies in accepting yourself, flaws and all." Isn't it the truth? Indeed. Next book we have Malibu Rising. I have not read it yet, but it's on my TBR, on my to be read list, so yeah, nothing to see here. Then Poppy War Theories, book 2 and 3, I will show you them later. Like, I will show you the first book and talk about it later. And the Inheritance Games. Let Them Speak. I have not read this series too, but I will be reading. For now, can say nothing. Sorry. There we have a little cute postcard that my student sent me. Yeah, very cute. That's me. Literally. Then we have some other books here. One book in Russian called Big Little Lies. I have not heard about it, have not read it yet. But my group mate gifted it to me, so I kinda have leverage. Not leverage, but like an excuse to not read it, because that was an kinda unwanted book, but I want it now, so I want to read it now, yeah. Cute. Then, Sarah J. Maas. I'm a big fan of her fantasy series. Sarah J. Maas is the queen, but we'll talk about her a little bit later. And this is one of her series called Crescent City series. Crescent City. So yeah, that's what it is. Elsie Silver. Elsie Silver is coded. It's like a romance writer. And I love her just the way I love Ellie Hazelwood. I don't have here any books from Ellie Hazelwood, as you can see, or maybe not, but I love Elsie Silver just as much, maybe Ellie Hazelwood even a little bit better, so that's a crime that I don't have her books here on my shelf. That's a crime. Next, the book I haven't read as well. Oh, why do I have so many books that I haven't read? That's crazy. But it is a fantasy called Dance of Thieves. 2 books in this series. I have started it like a year ago, but it didn't click with me, so I just put it off, yeah. Next, the same series as this one, Crescent City. Book number 1, book number 2. Yeah. Sarah J. Maas again the series of her, but a different one called Echo Dar. Why am I out of camera? Let's go. Echo Dar is coded. This is the series of Sarah J. Maas as well that we will be talking soon. And this series I read but didn't enjoy, so I don't recommend it. It's Shadow and Bone by Liberto Go. Maybe you have seen the show that they cancelled. It was nice. I didn't watch. I saw the sneak peeks, kind of, yeah. Next shelf, going down. You are going down. Oh, that's John Kirstein from Attack on Titan. We will be talking about Attack on Titan soon. My hand kinda hurts to keep the microphone like that. So yeah, I will come. I don't know where, closer or further away. Where the freak do I come? Maybe yeah, like that. My shelf. Maybe I can do like that. So, next shelf, a little bit down. Again, you're going down. This is the what's wrong with me? But I have read a lot of other books on Kindle, so do not judge me. My Kindle is like full of read stuff, of read books, so do not judge me, okay? Okay. So Lucy Score. You don't see. Lucy Score is a nice author, romance author as well, and I didn't specifically like this one. This book is called Things We Never Got Over, the first book in the series, but the second and the third one, no, the second I despised as well, but the third one was great. So this one, very mid, second, blah, 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 blah. Don't read it. Third is okay, next. Paula Calio, finally something to tell you about for people who don't read like modern kind of authors. But Paula Calio is a modern author as well, but he's more niche, he's more fiction, he's more like not for stupid girls, whatever you say, because the other books can be considered that. Some people consider them this type of a cliche, but I do not support this opinion because I love them and they are cute and they are eloquent and they are wholesome and they are fun. So you do you, mind your business, okay? Yeah, okay. Paula Kelly, so that was a good book. It was called The Winner Takes It All. The winner, literally. Oh, the winner takes it all. What did I say? This is not how the book is called. This is the song that I literally love. I don't know why I remembered about it. So, the winner stands alone. The winner takes it all, and the winner stands alone. Yeah. Whatever. Actually, this book was okay, but unfortunately, after reading it, I haven't thought about it, and that is a big red flag in books for me because I need to think about a book like Sarah J. Maas. I'm thinking non-stop. Some of the romance books, books that I read, I think about sometimes non-stop. But Paula Calio, this one, no. But I really do recommend The Alchemist. The Alchemist is my go-to book if anyone asks me for recommendations and I don't know which style they like. I tend to say like The Alchemist, Paula Calio. Yeah. So there you go. Okay. Okay. Next one. Oh, this one is good. This one is good. The Man Who Died Twice by Richard Osman. It is a British author, so the book was hilarious in a British manner. That was like very funny. I didn't master British accent well. I'm sorry. So this is a series, like a detective kind of series, but what is exciting about it is that it has great humor because actually the elderly people, the group of elderly society, elderly people are trying to resolve the issues, not even resolve the issues, but investigate some of the crimes or situations that happened in their little town. So that's like hilarious because they are also unique with their own little worlds in hands. What? With their own worlds in heads. And they're just fun and hilarious. And they do investigate crimes, so it's kind of interesting and exciting, you know. My English is not English, and today I repeat. Okay, there you go. Everything from Taylor Jenkins Reid, the next author. I devour because she writes fiction, just regular fiction with a subplot of romance, but it is not a cliche. It's fun, it's invigorating, it's something unique, you know. And all the books I've read by her, I have a deep connection with them, though sometimes I can forget about them for a while and not think about them on a constant manner, but I do love them, and I would probably recommend this book even to people who don't like fiction much and who read only some specific types of books like fantasy or romance, whatever. So Taylor Jenkins Reid is a goat, and this is the book Daisy Jones and the Six, and this book has an adaptation, a TV series adaptation. So if you like TV series but hate reading and books, go watch it because it was great. The main actor, perfect. The actress, nice. problems of a rock band and how they all communicated with each other. Like, spectacular. Give me more. I love more books by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and here we have The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo as well. Here, it was my first book by this author, and it was great. And I love Carrie Soto is back. It's about a tennis player who retired but came back. Oh my god. Sick and twisted and great and scrumptious and perfect. I love this book because it's unique as well. Not a typical romance plot, a very excruciating and weird and kind of rude main character, so I love everything about it. Yeah, about this book. Next we have a series by Holly Jackson, I forgot her name, sorry, by Holly Jackson, and this series is called A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Oh my god, this detective, YA detective, no spicy scenes, whatever, is go with it. Again, if a person likes detectives and other stuff, I would totally recommend them this piece of literature, this work. That was fantastic, especially book 1 and book 3. Like, my head was swiveling and swirling and splurting. I don't know what my brain was at that period of time when I was reading that series, but I was obsessed. I gobbled it up for real. And they're a little bit higher. Yeah, you can see these books. I cannot see them well. We have the books that I haven't read. No, I read this little one. It's called Pixar. Перезагрузка in Russian. I don't know how they translated it from Russian into English. What was the original name? But it is the book by the person who worked at Pixar, and he told the story behind Steve Jobs, how he paid for Pixar to be like promoted and to become the one of the best animation centers, animation like companies ever with Disney. A nice story, a real life story, and a perfect heartwarming story for you to read on a good cozy evening. Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to read Mary McFarlane. I forgot her name. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm dyslexic, whatever. But I know that her romances are nice, that they have no spice as far as I'm concerned, and they are just not typical as well. But I haven't read them, so I cannot say. I have Shakespeare there. Yeah. How did it get there? I don't know. I have Babel by R.F. Kuang. I love R.F. Kuang. Her series, Poppy War, we will be talking soon about it. And I read The Yellow Face by her. Oh my god, such a good fiction art piece of work, whatever. Loved it. And the second part of a history book, a second part of a fantasy series called Vow of Thieves. The first part, the second part, and Little Women. Classics. Yeah, I have more books actually, and some of them we will be talking about now, and somewhere else I have more books, but they are in Russian, or they do not kinda deserve to be here in the video, so don't worry about that. If you want some Russian classics literature, I would totally recommend Dostoevsky if you are starting to read Russian literature, because it is pretty disturbing, like depressive, yeah. And I really recommend Dostoevsky because yes, his stories are pretty depressive as well, but the storyline, the plot twist, the characters, the real life dramas, they are deep. That's crazy that I'm talking about Dostoevsky in English Gen Z slang. That's crazy. Yeah. So Dostoevsky, Crime and Punishment, and what I love by Dostoevsky, stories, little like tales of Dostoevsky's are great too. Yeah, and other books, of course. Tolstoy is a great author, but I specifically do not like him because too harsh, too like depressive, too much guardian who is a baddie, and she has a lot of missions concerning like killing people, yeah, of course. And one day she goes on a mission that actually changes her whole life, I can say. Actually, this book is not very much about that. It is just a big, I can say, a big deep dive into her personality and who she is as a character, and just what she likes, what she dislikes, and so on, just to meet this interesting personality of hers. But if you are not into this, and if you want to deep dive straight into like the drama, the situations, the story happening, you can start with the Journal of Glass, and then in book 3, after book 3, come to the Assassin's Creed. But that's just me yapping, I'm sorry. This book is insane. And actually, I started annotating for the first time just because of this book, because the quotes, the storyline, even the little crumbs of romance, YA romance was so nice. Like, oh my god, this is great. And all of this series, all of the books in this series are just top notch. Sorry, Maas. And I love this tag here. It's so cute. Okay, never mind. Number 2 for people who are not into fantasy or more into self-help books. The Atomic Habits. Oh my god, I have such a cute little I forgot the word. Book. I forgot what's that called. Remind me, please. Literally, my brain today is not braining. So, Atomic Habits. I guess everyone has heard about this book, because it's just a self-help book to help you grow your habits, build your habits, and make yourself the better version, and just try your best to accomplish in life, to reach the best parts of your inner whatever perfect version. I don't know even how to explain what this book tells you about, but I feel like about every step that can lead you to becoming more organized, more structured, and generally more successful. I am not a big fan of self-help books. Yeah, I feel like a lot of them are just boring or really unhelpful and just some brain rot that a successful person or who he thinks he is wrote something, and when he's like splurging all the words on paper just to be so cool and just for people to buy his well-renowned personas words on paper, like literally. But this was okay, it was nice. I didn't read it to the end, unfortunately, because really I get really bored when I read these types of books, and I know a lot of things that it says because I'm a wise woman, you know. But it was nice, it was good. Whoever likes self-help books, that's one for you. We are not gonna stop. We will go to bookmark. I remembered the word. Thank you. Next book. Oh my god, the second book in the series by DUMMMB. Or DUMMMB. I don't know the pronunciation. I'm sorry. The second book in the Mile High series, and the whole Mile High series by her romance, I can say, spicy romance, I can say. It was such a blast. I just love it. I would eat this book. I would just like take it and eat it. The Right Move was like one of the best romance books I have ever seen and heard of and read. The main character, the female and the male, both, they are great. They are nice. They are very good people. I love it. I love it when a book is not extremely toxic and weird and like cringe and too much. It was not too much. It was just perfect. Right. It was the right move to read this book. I need some water for my throat. I'm sorry. this time actually. I'm here. Oh my god. You're not gonna believe this. Attack on Titan manga. I have never read manga and I have never watched anime before Attack on Titan. Yes, even Naruto. Yes, even One Piece. Yes, even yada yada yada. Attack on Titan actually changed my life and became my obsession, the first obsession in a very long time, like in my 22 years of my living, yeah. So I really recommend you to watch Attack on Titan, or if you're not a fan of watching, that's weird, but to read manga. Yeah, it is black and white, but it is very understandable. Even like a person, the person who never read manga will deal with that easily. I was crying reading the last book in manga, the last episode. This is the first. Attack on Titan is my lifesaver, my Roman Empire, whatever. Yeah, nothing to say here. Yeah, let's continue. The Bobby War. I promised you to talk about the Bobby War by RF1. She is an Asian author who is not a linguist, but she's like a very educated writer, and her books are always top notch. And this one was, wow, something unexpected in a sphere of fantasy slash historical fantasy, whatever. It's the story of, okay, it is a story that actually references real history, so if you read, you will understand that. And why I love this book, this series, this fantasy, because it was something new, like a fresh breath of air. Why? Because the main character, the girl, she's insane, she's unhinged. I love such characters. Unhinged, strong, insane, work hard, play hard. Even actually now, she only work hard without playing hard. I love it. A little bit of romance somewhere, but it is not even, I cannot even consider it as a plot, because it is extremely important here that she likes someone, the girl, the main character, but it is not like you expect it to be. I am really like warning you, whatever. Don't go in there if you're only for some fun time, because even Maas is mostly for fun time. This one, the Bobby War, is for die time, is for sad time, is for I'm crying, I'm throwing up time. Yeah. I love this cute little main character. Yeah, the Bobby War was a ride, a hell of a ride. Next one. 3 books in this series, by the way, yeah. Bobby War. The last one, the last book that I will be talking about here. Of course, honorable mentions before Taylor Jenkins Reid and Ali Hazelwood, my stars. The second one is romance, oh sorry, the first one fiction. But Chloe Walsh, I feel like a lot of people know Chloe Walsh, especially girls, because she wrote and is still writing the craziest series I have ever seen. Not even in connection to crazy, but it is so unique because it is kind of a romance series, but it is starting as YA. I know that in next book in the series, in some of the next books, it stops being YA and turns into a more spicy zone, but still, the maybe not for this one, but the next books in the series, I feel like there could be some triggers. Chloe Walsh is very hard to read in a way that after reading her, you will read her books at ease, like easily, like fast, like couple it up. But then you will have the craziest reading slump. I said what I said. You will be overthinking everything. You will be like, wow, these kids, these literal teenagers, what is happening to them? So yeah, only read this book and this series if you are really ready for some drama in your life. And that was the last book I wanted to show you guys today. Of course there are more, of course I read more, of course I have more favorites. Like for example, last month I read Problematic Summer Romance by Ellie Hazelwood, and it was such a blast. I had so much fun and I cried even a little bit. I had much fun. I was smiling, I was laughing, I was blushing, I was giggling, yeah. So if you want some fun time, read Ellie Hazelwood. And if you like romance, of course, fiction, yeah, Paulo Coelho, some classics like English classics, Moam, Russian classics, Dostoevsky, yeah, that's like the basic line, the most like basic level, you know. So thank you for watching my video. My throat is dying, so